This year marks 11 years of Marianne Studios, and in celebration I wanted to have a little bit of a look back. This is what I'd like to call a reunion video, where I'm going to take a scene or two from every major project on this channel and recreate it as an 11-year anniversary edition. 26 is a year of reminiscence, particularly regarding 2016, so this has essentially inspired me to have a look back at some of my work from that year. Of course, there are some others from later years as well, but 2016 was when a lot of the first few were in production. By major projects, I'm essentially including anything that was in session for at least 3 months, and most of them are series or multiple parts as opposed to a standalone video. Now, the first series we're going to start with is a story about goodness, and also a little bit about forgiveness. That's right, it's goodness graciousness. Trixie! Hello? Sorry, I'm Twilight. We were in the same homeroom in elementary school. I heard you'd be coming here, so I thought I'd introduce myself. In case you wanted someone familiar to show you around? Twilight, I remember you! You were good at magic, weren't you? I still have a passion for it, yes. It's so nice that you go here. Eros Academy is an amazing school. What made you transfer? We thought it would be better for me to have my senior year back in public school. It's so cool to see you again. Do you have magic next lesson? Hey, Trix. Are you loco in the cocoa? What are you doing talking to the nerd? I'm just talking to someone from elementary. Your elementary? You told us you went to private school. Not in elementary, obviously. Just saying, the nerd may be smart with books, but she sure is stupid. What Dashi means is, she may be book smart, but she sure ain't street smart. Thank you. Hey! Will you two cut it out? I may know Twilight better than anyone else here, but you two surely didn't leave a good impression with your ruthless bullying. Now me and Twilight are off to magic because we're unicorns and we're magic. Bonsoir. Trixie, when Twilight shows you her true colors, you'll get to know the perfect straight-A student she's grown into, at the catch of a stuck-up ego that will leave you in the dust. Come crawling back to us, if you wish. Or don't, we don't care. Running away is easy, it's a living that's hard. She's making things up, right? That one is best ignored. Are you all right? I'm better than ever. I have my 2 best friends, 1 new friend, and regained an old friend. I have everyone I'll ever need. I do apologise, TGIF fans, but it is only fitting that I begin with the first major project to ever grace my channel, and also my first MLP series, which was Goodness Graciousness. Wow, someone at Marianne Studios really likes the word goodness. Now, if you scroll down to my playlists, you'll realise that Goodness Graciousness is unfortunately no longer listed. This is partly due to the unlisted video purge of 2021, but also due to poor audio editing and character dialogue not being clear in the series, upon a plethora of other reasons. So in 2023, I did begin shortlisting ideas for a potential remake. I am unable to confirm anything though, since I do have my hands full with another series. The extract you saw before was taken from that same remake that I've begun properly scripting again this year, but translating the story structure I conceived in 2015 into something of my current standard is proving to be a bit of a challenge. Making believable characters and stories is definitely a learned skill that is developed over time, but I'll see what I can do with that script and where it goes. For context, Graciousness was a high school series that focused on Twilight and Trixie's rivalry. Obviously inspired by MLP Bad Girls, which is inspired by LPS Popular, which is inspired by Mean Girls, which is inspired by Heathers, of which I read somewhere that the sisters in Macbeth were actually the first incarnation of the three popular girls trope. Whether it's true or not is debatable, but if so, that brings us full circle. Please note that I do not intend to fully remake any project mentioned in this video, especially if it's still publicly listed on my channel, as that's not something I'm particularly interested in doing, and because I intend to devote my time to new ideas. Speaking of new ideas, we are now going to move on to my second series, which was The Haunts of a University, a sequel to Graciousness, where the characters have graduated and are now getting their degrees. Please note that this series is a separate storyline. You do not need to have watched Graciousness to understand the contents. This was created around the time I had gotten into paranormal YouTubers like Brittany Crab and Jessie V, which you can definitely see reflected within the aspects explored. The Haunts of a University is a fictional depiction of uni life, but with a paranormal twist. Even without the ghosts, it does not reflect what university is actually like. In what world do 6 high school friends all go to the same campus and end up being roommates? Thank you for talking with me, Plumette. I feel a lot better now that you've sat with me. No problem, Dashi. I think I'm gonna get some shut-eye for tonight. Already? It's only 10 p.m. I just want to make up for the sleep I've lost. Last night's nightmare took a lot out of me. Night, you two. Sweet dreams, Dashi. Night. I'll see you later, Pinky. Yeah, see you later. No way.
Hello, Pinkamena.
It's Pinkie Pie.
Oh, but you are Pinkamena Diane Pie by birth.
How'd you know that?
Everything is documented. I can access whatever information regarding any student anytime I want.
You don't even go to this campus! Who are you? And why do you keep terrorizing my friends?
But I do go to this campus. You know my host very fondly.
You have a host?
You are very well acquainted.
I hope not.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Black Vortex. I was cursed into being the shadow I have become today. The trepidation of others is now the only remedy keeping me from the eternal torment of starvation.
That explains the nightmares. Dashi's nightmare, EJ's lights, Fluttershy's paranoia, and Plumette. You have just revealed the truth to me, and now everyone will know what has been going on behind closed doors. You are foolish.
Oh, but I have an offering for you. In turn for confidentiality, I want you to join me.
Join you?
Yes. You have always seemed to be the crazy one.
I'm not crazy, I'm random.
Ah, but your friends think otherwise, dear Pinkamena. With how they discard your sentiments and fail to take you seriously, you truly are pitiful to the eye, always ignored and overlooked, never perceived as anything but as meaningless as the jokes you tell.
My friends laugh with me, not at me, and they know when to take me seriously.
They may so, but deep down, you'll never be seen as anything other than the clown, the jester, the fool. I can give you peace and elevate your presence by transforming you into a being of power and admiration. One to be feared, but adored.
You want to use me to turn me against my friends and to get you what you want.
But in return, I shall give you power. I have power. You have nothing.
Liar!
You put too much trust within your friendships. Alas, we shall utilize the cloning process.
What is that?
Now that is Pinkamena.
Oh my goodness.
Now, get rid of that unneeded patient.
Yes, Master. Get off of me! I'm reporting you to the Principal Sterling. There's cameras in here! Master had the cameras malfunction long ago. Let me go, you freak! Sorry, my doppelganger, but I gotta do what the Master says.
Now to sleep. To sleep with you.
Welcome back. I have switched mediums, but it is still Marianne here. Back in 2015, when I first started making videos, I used this Rainbow Power Fluttershy to represent myself, and as my channel mascot. In 2016, when I began to use her as Forest Angel Fluttershy in Goodness Graciousness, I drifted away from using her as myself, but couldn't settle on a worthy replacement. So a different pony was trialled each video until I later made a custom for an OC of mine at the time. But in 2020, when I conceived and switched to Lady Marianne as my persona, I reverted back to Forest Angel Fluttershy to represent myself. Obviously, the options of making my pony Sona Anaphora as a custom is there, or even a ponification of Marianne, but that's not something that I'm particularly interested in doing, especially since Forest Angel Fluttershy has a very special place in my heart, and as a reminder to myself that I have come full circle since 2015 and really found myself again. Speaking of original characters, I am soon going to dedicate a section of this video to my OCs, since they have been a huge part of my channel and online presence since their debut in 2016. Now, instead of recreating a scene from the lore, as I have done for other projects in this video, I am going to create a fun little skit instead, solely because the entire main storyline has been done to death 3 times already. Maybe you know these characters from the MLPAU, maybe you know them from the official audiobook, or maybe you know them from the Gacha backstory music videos. Unfortunately, all 3 of which are outdated to some extent. The After Entries is relatively accurate, not too inaccurate as to make me want to redo the entire project, but unfortunately some minor details are lacking. Either way, I thought that with this skit I would have my MLP brushables portray them once more. I know that I do have their official designs nailed now, and I can just draw them if I want to depict them, but I'd rather save myself the extra illustration work and do something different. Because of this, although I mentioned in the voice reel that Aaron would eventually be getting his own voice actor, because it's such a low maintenance skit, I will take on the liberty of voicing him myself for this. I'm also taking this as an opportunity to showcase a fun edit/title sequence I made in 2023. Please note that that edit was not made for any specific project in mind, it was just for fun. I'm going to let you know now that since Marcy is Fluttershy, I'm going to instead use Glimmerwing Daisy Dreams to represent Flare, just because otherwise it'll look messy. I know Glimmerwing Fluttershy and Forest Angel Fluttershy are objectively very different, but swapping for Daisy Dreams is beneficial overall since she has much thicker and longer hair, meaning I can style it and give Flare her proper curls. I couldn't curl this Fluttershy's hair if I tried, and I've tried. But before all that, we're going to have an extract from a dramatic comedy about 2 sisters who emigrate from their estranged ethno-state and begin a new life. That's right, it's a Diamond Mind. Look, Symphony, it's so cool! So, Glee, now that it's our first day of high school, what do you suggest we do? Make friends? Who do you suggest we make friends with? Definitely not. She looks nice. What about her? Hi, we're new here and we're kind of, well... That's amazing! We weren't told there'd be any new students. Would you like me to show you around? Oh, that would be wonderful. Welcome to Chapters Academy, by the way. What school did you used to go to? Well, we were homeschooled. That's so cool. Are you guys from the Crystal Empire? Yes, we're crystal ponies. Wisteria, who goes here, is a crystal pony too. Oh, my name is Honey Rays. Are you guys on Book Talk? I don't know what that is. Nice to meet you, Honey Rays. My name is Wait! Can you give us a minute? Sure. Cannot give them our real names. They're ethnic names, and they'll know we're diamond equines. Then what do we do? Just don't give them a real one. You know, the fake one. So, what are your names? My name is Diamond... Mint. My name is Diamond Mint. And my name is Flower... Diamond Mint and Flower. What lovely names. Boo! Sky Wishes, don't do that. My name is Flower Wishes. Really? I'm Sky Wishes. We could be secretly sisters. That means we'd be sisters. Oh, cool. Are you both new here? Diamond Mint, Flower Wishes, meet my PFF, Sky Wishes. Did you know that I'm training to be a Wonderbolt? She's an amazing flyer. She'll definitely get the position. Right. So, what year are you guys in? How old are you two? I'm 16. We're both 16 too. Well, 15 until next week. I'm only 14. Oh, the Key Stage 3 department's down there. Eh? Just go. So, who else do you know here? Well, not many, since we do tend to keep to ourselves. But we'll tell you one group you should look out for. That pink unicorn who's practically snogging the face off of that orange pony. That's Twinkleshine. She's a member of the self-proclaimed popular girls. Although all equally as mean, she's my favourite, as she just reminds me of that pink fluffy unicorns dancing on... Stop. Are you staring at him? That's Applebolt. He's taken by Twinkleshine, but apparently Starbeam Twinkle over there, the ringleader of the popular girls who is currently dating Rainbow Blitz, allegedly had a thing with him, and still thinks about him. See what I'm getting at? The thing about Applebolt is that he always seems like he's afraid of his for some reason. He always turns from his and walks the other way when I'm near. And I'm just thinking, what have I ever done to you? Alright, I'll tell you who the others are. That one over there, the other pink one, is Lululak. She has incredibly rich parents. She lives in like a castle or something and always gets everything she wants and has such a fortunate life. Why? That over there is Snowcatcher. She apparently has the most powerful magic in the entire school. I'd say she's a Mary Sue. And the other blue pony who isn't paying much attention is Dewdrop Dazzle. She is more benign than the others, but still has a major superiority complex due to having the highest grades in school. Due to her academic focus, there does seem to be a bit of a conflict of interest with the rest of the populace. Overall, though, they're just horrible ponies who date each other's boyfriends. Well, that's the bell. Sky can show you to your class since I really need to get to English. Gonna be late. Well, I'm off to science. What do you have, Diamond? You run on ahead. I need to pick up my schedule from the office, so I'll be a while. No worries. See you at break. Oh dear. Everyone, my name is Princess Lola, I'm 15 years old, and welcome to my first ever vlog! Say hi, Magenta! Hi! Say hi, Naya! Hi, Naya. Do I look okay? You look wonderful! Yeah, you look fine! So, what are you two doing today? I'm going to try out a new potion recipe. Got a princess lesson. Hi, Dad. Careful. Don't spill my coffee. What kind of coffee is it? Black coffee, Lola. With no sugar? Where's the sugar? It wasn't me. Crimmy, come be in my vlog. What did you put in my dad's coffee? Poison. What? Really? Oh, that is the most pungent rubbish I have ever tasted. It tastes like a sweet shop. Just sugar. How else would Aaron counter all his bitterness? I heard that!
Can I have a sugar cube?
You are sweet enough already, Lola.
Aww.
But that is simply my perspective. Adieu.
I want to do magic like her one day. I'm gonna make myself a hot chocolate. So first, the cocoa.
Hello there, Lola Young.
Oh hey, Blair.
What's Lola Young doing in Blair Glare's kitchen? Only Blair Glare's allowed in Blair Glare's kitchen.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just thought that since Annietta is here, that your kitchen was open at the moment. And I'm not Lola Young. I'm Lola Charlson.
And then I'm too clever. And then I'm too stupid dumb. Nachos.
Oh, hey, Centurion.
Hey, Lola. Nachos. Not until you ask nicely, Centurion. Can I have me nachos? Can I please have me nachos? Very well, then. Cheers, Blair.
Ooh, Centurion, can I have a little chip?
Of course. Oh, we call those crisps. Yeah. Crisps.
Lola, did you still want a hot chocolate? Because I could make you a hot chocolate. Yes, please, Annietta. Thanks so much. In today's lesson, we are going to be learning table manners. This is an essential part of princess etiquette. You will always wait until all are seated before eating. Then know how to use a knife, fork, and spoon correctly. And you must never wipe your mouth upon your sleeve. That'll never do. You must always use your little napkin and... Magenta, what's going on? Oh, sugar. Magenta's having a lesson with cute little animals. I'm jealous. Oh, hey, Saren.
Hey, Lola. Oh my god, I love your outfit.
Thanks. I wanted to experiment with my look today.
One of your curls is kind of undoing itself. Hold on, I have some hairspray on me. I got you, girl. Oh, sure. There you go, gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know. I don't like how I look in the video. You look wonderful, darling. But I'll see what I can do, if you're sure. I tried out a new makeup look. I'm not sure if it worked, though. It's my first time using contour. And you look gorgeous with it. This bit's a little bit unblended, but it's so beautifully sculpted for your first try. I don't know. Maybe I'll wait and see if I get better at it. Mind if I stay a little longer? I told Blair to bring my hot chocolate here. Yeah, that's fine, Angel. There is a hot chocolate coming your way.
Thanks, Blair.
And a little birdie told me that I'd be passing by Marianne Cinderella. Thus, I have brought you some red velvet cupcakes. Thanks so much, Blair. That's very thoughtful of you. What did she just call you? It was originally Marianne, but I told her not to have it as that unless she actually meant Marianne, as in marriage with Anietta. I think Cinderella is from someone she used to work with. Can you tell Blair to stop calling me Lola Young? Stepping away from OCs and returning to our lovely MLP characters, a re-recording of the prologue to my first audio drama, The Plague's Reversion, will play very soon. As you may recall, this project began as a mini-series in 2018, but was reworked into a full-length single narrative at the latter end of 2020. In that rendition, a couple aspects within the script were reworked, as well as having an added element of narration. 2020 me had such a beautiful way with imagery, but I did take the liberty of rewriting some one-off words in this re-recording. But before we get into that, I am now going to present a reworked extract from the 2017 series Hope to Fly, a dramatic twist on the Pinkie Promise, focusing on Pinkie Pie's magical abilities and fate being the balance between life and paradox. Videoing Marianne here, I am going to be using my Crimson rarity as opposed to my regular rarity, because my regular rarity with the show accurate main cut, she's orange, so I'm swapping her for a different model who is in better condition. Is this heaven? Girls? Never doing that again. Every pony okay?
I'm okay. Besides my spleen.
Take care, girls. Dimension traveling is always a little rough at first. Where are we? That's why we're here. I'd suggest we search the castle first. There's no better landmark. What's with all the guards? Not. Rainbow, Twilight said not to say or do anything unless she tells us. We promised. Good afternoon. My name is... Are you an Alcorn? Why, yes, I am. Oh, sweet sunset. Do not be alarmed. My name is Princess Twilight Sparkle, and these are the bearers of the elements of harmony. Your crown. You must be delegates from another kingdom. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Princess Flurryheart. What? And I am the Princess of Love and Friendship. Please, come inside, dear ambassadors. Thank you. This must be an alternate dimension where you're her niece. Rainbow, quit it. Stay with the group, girls. We Pinkie promised. It is my pleasure to host you, Princess Twilight. Now tell me, in which kingdom do you reside? We are from Equestria. Flurry, we told you not to have any guests over. Wait, Twilight? I thought you died 20 years ago. All 6 of you did. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Flurry, return to your chamber. Right. Never take the mocking form of our deceased companions ever again. Disgraceful mockery. Sunset, wait. Twilight has always known powerful magic. We don't know if it could really be them. This spell will reveal all that's inside. A changeling, a Mirapool clone, a doppelganger, tasteless mockery. I am sorry to startle you, but me and my friends are truly ourselves. Only, this isn't our realm. What does it mean? She's telling the truth. It's us that shouldn't be. Am I in the presence of sunset shimmer and starlight glimmer? You are. I am the princess of the sun and daylight, whilst my companion governs the night. Then, may I ask about Celestia and Luna? Gone. Cadence? Cadence, your brother, yourself, your friends, all no longer with us. May I ask the date today? Today is August the 11th, 2037, Common Era. This dimension mustn't be a parallel world, but rather an insight into the future. I can't even imagine. So, was there some sort of nuclear war or apocalypse in the distant future or something? It all began when Equestria, well, crumbled. Just about 20 years ago, the land faced a major earthquake, reducing central Equestria to rubble. 85% of the country's population either died from falling into the abyss or from fallen debris. Even those with wings couldn't escape the rubble. Celestia and Lunar were only the first to go. Luckily, those along the coast were unaffected, as well as those whose magic was strong enough to protect them, such as myself and Flurry. I quickly took to the borders, with Flurry on my back, which was where I met Sunset. There isn't just one portal in Canterlot High. There's many, all around the world, engraved in nature. Having an impulse that something wasn't right in Equestria, and with my portal at my old high school destroyed, I made haste to the nearest I could find, and reacquainted with Starlight at the border. With help from allied nations, Equestria was rebuilt, beginning from the corners. With no royal blood left living, me and Sunset took on responsibility of the sun and moon, both having been under the teachings of royalty and possessing ample magical abilities. Flurry Heart, the upcoming Princess of Love and Friendship, is also in our teachings. I had to come back to Equestria. For your legacy's sake, Twilight. The only one who taught me friendship.
But earthquakes have never been a problem in Equestria before.
It's theorized that the North American plate completely tore away from the Pacific and began to sink horizontally. The epicenter just happened to be Equestria's most vulnerable. Thank you for coming in and seeing us once more. I'm sorry it had to be like this. I never would have imagined the future of Equestria to have turned out this way.
There has to be some way to erase this awful future, right?
Alas, the future cannot be altered. Lifting life's endless curse. Over 1,000 years ago, and before the Common Era and the founding of Equestria, once the unicorns, Pegasi, and earth ponies were first acquainted, they had fallen into the claws of prejudice. The three pony tribes, not willing to share their land and resources, were torn by the razor of racism. Their bitter words knifed the other tribes, from whence a sapling of war and poverty began to grow. The ancient land was left heartbroken amongst the feuds and stolen rations, until 10 plagues were brought upon the continents by an unknown source. The first plague, a river of blood. The second, frog rain. The third, lice. Beyond the fourth brought a swarm of flies, diseased cattle, untreatable boils, fiery hail, locusts, eternal darkness, and the death of every firstborn cult. Drought was cast and illness was perpetual. Unaware of the cause, the pony tribes blamed each other for the bringing of these plagues. By the 9th, intense heat had turned to a blizzard, bringing frostbite and famine. By now, each pony tribe seeked their leader, and those in charge sought a new land and found friendship with the others, uniting them as one. And as the unicorns came together, they kept a spell contained within a crystal of green, healing the continents from the 10 plagues. This gem was buried deep underground, ensuring the spell would not become dormant. Many had forgotten of the 10 plagues ever existing at all, but those who hadn't believe the land will always be protected, as long as the crystal is concealed and we let the fire of friendship feel.
Greetings, girls and boys, and all in between and beyond. This is your humble host, Triple Hate, speaking. We are now heading north to the misty lands of medieval Scotland, where the assassination of the late King Macbeth has finally returned goodness upon the nation. Now, as the cherry-kissed leaves begin to blossom, endeavors within forgiveness are pursued.
It's as tedious to perish as it is to thrive. Who? No, you're dead.
And are you not? Greetings, my surviving partner of greatness.
I'm not your partner.
But you were once, when I was alive.
By luck, you're not. And you got what you deserved.
Had you not deserved this fate also? I was only following your demand.
I've changed. I'm in a much better place now. How are you here? A vision? A spirit? An illusion? Why are you here so suddenly?
I have a simple favor to ask of you.
I will never bow to you again. Whatever malice you command upon me, I will gladly decline.
Say what you must. How the tables have turned. Your fate was sealed long ago.
But you're wrong. There will be another path for me.
You're nothing but a fugitive.
I am not a fugitive. And I won't let myself become one. I will find forgiveness in them. And potentially forgiveness for both of us.
Their forgiveness means nothing to us. We were more than they could ever be.
You're wrong.
After all, who could ever grow to forgive a murderer?
You're wrong. I miss this era so much. As previously mentioned, I don't intend to remake any of these past projects in full. This was just a fun reunion video to revisit them, simply for remembrance and celebratory purposes. Aside from Goodness Graciousness, the original series and videos are still available should you wish to view them. Just expect a drastic change in tone, as my storytelling skills have obviously strengthened since then, and the target audience for my channel was very different at the time. Overall, I may or may not have been looking for an excuse to use Symphony in her Diamond Equine form again. Wow, someone at this studio really likes the name Symphony, seeing as it's Marianne and Crimson's last name. Regarding Haunts of a University, you'll have noticed the custom ponies. I don't use nor make customs as much, since I prefer to use official characters. Unfortunately, a lot of my other custom ponies from my early days of YouTube are no longer with us, since they have been repainted. But Black Vortex and Pink Amina are still the same. Black Vortex was made in around early 2016 out of a spare cadence I had, originally just experimenting with black paint until I couldn't no more. Pink Amina was first made in 2013, obviously inspired by MLP Stop Motion's custom, but has been repainted every few years. The eyes you're seeing now were painted in 2022. I want to end this video by mentioning the name I have for my subscribers, and that is, well, it used to be the Glitter Assemblage, but I wanted to change it to something simpler. Now, my audio drama cast, the cast of TPC, I call them angels, both as a term of endearment and since the story is set in the afterlife. So, for my subscribers, I was thinking demi-angels, but that sounds a bit backhanded, you know. Then I realised my channel's theme and aesthetic is spring, and more specifically, cherry blossom. Blossom grows on trees, and trees are found in forests. Then it became apparent that I've had the answer since 2015. Forest angels, which ties to my first project, Goodness Graciousness, where Fluttershy is one, but also ties to TPC with the angelic imagery. And you're all angels and deserve that title. Before you go, you'll notice Rainbow Blitz on screen beside me, who I am currently using to represent Trip, who I'd like to thank for being my wonderful co-host in this video and for his amazing performance as Lord Macbeth yet again, and somehow I convinced him to fill in for Black Vortex, as he is more suited to that role than I. Thank you for an amazing 11 years on YouTube, and for watching this far. Having said that, please note that this isn't the ending of the end, or the beginning of the end. It's the end of the beginning. And when I'm back in Chicago, I feel it.
No singing, my lady.
Why not?
I have said, music and singing are not permitted within the Infernos.
Why can't we have music?
Because it's forbidden.
Why?
Because it is a delight, an ecstasy. It has no place within this realm.
That quiet time between me coming to the Infernos and ascending as Guardian of Purgatory, I did not spend learning how to sing, just for you to take that away from me.
You may go to Purgatory and sing there. We cannot allow infernal torment to be mitigated or romanticized.
See you in Purgatory.
See you in Purgatory.